All right, what's up, YouTube fam? Welcome to another Dropping Bombs video. My name is Corey Baumeister, and today we are going to be bringing you a brand new world of Modern. So now, the last couple videos I had them ready to go to upload during the week, but then, well, we got all slapped in the face on Monday with a ban of Lurrus, the Dream Den. So that does a lot of things to the decks that I really like to play, and it's going to do a lot of things to Modern. So we're going to start exploring it. I want to start releasing a video just about every day, trying out new decks, because I got a lot of them up here that I want to try out. First and foremost, kind of being this creativity deck. I always said to all of you that if I were to get a card banned, if a card from Grixis Death Shadow were to be banned, then this would be immediately where I would go. So, you know, I'm going to be a man of my word and try this out first. Now, I've made some changes based on the banning, and we're going to talk about all of them because they're all really in theory for now, but I think the theory makes sense behind them. So, first of all, I think everybody who's thinking just because Lurrus is banned that Grixis Death Shadow is going to be completely dead, I 100% wholeheartedly disagree. I think that there is, if you look at most games that you win with Grixis Death Shadow, you didn't even play Lurrus. You know, of course that is a big part of the deck, and it's a huge part of the longevity of the deck because, well, it's something that you'll always have that little extra push to get you over the top if you run out of steam and let's say you don't have a Croxa and stuff like that. So it is a cost. It is a real big deal, but I got two brains. I got two brains. I'm double braining. I got two brews for Grixis Death Shadow that I'll be releasing throughout the week or next week before SCG Indianapolis. So I was going to kind of wait to hit testing pretty hard till after the set championship. I'm recording this on a Tuesday. And you know, the set championship is going to take up a lot of my time, which is Alchemy and Historic. But, I mean, come on. Lurrus just got banned. I got to play some Modern, right? It's too good right now. So, all right, everyone. So let's get to the specifics here. We are playing Indomitable Creativity. Name of the deck here. You want to destroy your own things. Ideally, you destroy two things. We have a bunch of material that we can destroy, either hard evidence tokens, the crab, or the clue it makes, or Dwarven Mine. This is just any red fetch land can go get you one piece of material that you can target with Indomitable Creativity. So that's the deck. When you target it for two, you're going to get Serra's Emissary and Emrakul. Sorry, I can't adjust it over here, and my camera's kind of covering it. But those are our two targets. Archon of Cruelty is another option that you can have. And while I can't say definitively that Archon is not as good, I haven't run into situations where Emrakul plus Serra's Emissary, outside of a few things with Tron, is not just kind of GG. And then there's multiple scenarios. Every time I cast a creativity for two, I'm like, would I lose the game if this was double Archon? Would I lose the game if this was Serra's Emissary plus Emrakul? And there are times when I would lose the game with Archon, and there are way less times when I would lose the game with Emrakul and Serra's Emissary. So that's what I'm going off of for now, but hey, we're early in this testing phase. Modern just got a facelift, so we got plenty of stuff to do. And y'all, I just can't even express, like I'm normally a happy person, but I just cannot wipe the smile off my face now that we got a fresh Modern. Modern was already amazing, but even coming from someone who, you know, realistically, you know, I bought Grixis Death Shadow right before the Invitational just because I liked the deck. You know, everyone thought like, oh, you know, Corey, he was so on top of it. It's like, not really. I just kind of did what all of y'all do. I picked a deck that I really liked, went to play it at some local 1Ks, and then I just kept winning with it. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm just going to play this. You know, but I just picked a deck because it was fun, and it just ended up being the best deck. You know, the last PTQ before Lurrus got banned, myself included, and 3 other people, 4 Grixis Death Shadow in the top 4. You can't tell me that that was not a huge kick in the butt to Wizards to be like, all right, we got to do something about this. So just like Felidar Guardian back in the day after I won GP New Jersey back there, you know, maybe we got Lurrus banned as well as that beautiful cat, Felidar Guardian, as well. I'm just a cat banner. Call me Corey Cat Banner Baumeister. All right, I'm an idiot. Okay, so then going through our mana base, I didn't change a single one from Ross Merriam's list. I've always based this off Ross Merriam's list. I think his list is awesome. But I'm changing some things based on Lurrus, and we'll see how we like them. I'm not really sure. So 3 hard evidence, really good. Maybe if there's a lot of Regavans and stuff, we might just put that 4th in. But getting a blocker for Regavan, as well as an investigation, so you can curve out. Excuse me, or you can hold on to those materials and on turn 5, Indomitable Creativity for 2 and get our combo. Then we got Ren and 6. This is low-key the best card in the deck. Your mana base really struggles all the time. You need to get to 5. Just a really important card. Can kill Regavans, kill DRCs and stuff like that. Remand is a new one. Welcome back, Remand, one of my favorite cards of all time. And my thought process is, now that Lurrus is going away, Modern's going to get a little bit bigger. What's good against bigger cards? Remand. So, I don't know. I didn't love Remand in a Lurrus world because everything costs 1 mana. Me and Ross had this debate plenty of times on Versus Live, rest in peace. Had this debate plenty of times on Versus where it's just like, yeah, what are you remanding? Regavan? Okay, they cast it again, you know. But if people are slowing down and playing, gasps, 3 drops, then Remand is insane. So then we got 2 forces in the main, 1 force in the sideboard. Gonna be great against combo. Tron's gonna probably come back a little bit because it's gonna be more mid-rangey. So combo and Tron I would expect to be coming back. So there's a world where I put a 4th force, probably in the sideboard. You don't want too many of those. Then 4 Teferi Time Reveler. This card is just absolutely insane with Indomitable Creativity. Not only can you go like bounce on turn 3, but on turn 4 you can just like tick up, say go, and then like they replay whatever you bounced and say go back, and then you just Creativity for 1. If you get Emrakul, you probably just win the game on the spot. If you get Sarah's Emissary, dang it, you have a 4 mana 7/7 flyer that gives you protection from the thing you're most afraid of. Still pretty good. Prismari Command's probably the weakest card in the deck, but I just got a treasure token, so I can't, you know, I can't not use it. So every deck I play has to involve a treasure token because it's the coolest token I've ever seen. And I am biased because it's me on there, but still. Then we got basically a 2-drop Fire and Ice. Excellent card. Fire at dealing with a lot of Turoks, which I think are going to get a lot bigger now because there's so many Yorion decks out there. It's the final companion, you know, so that's people's natural gravitation is to just go play a bunch of hymns and a bunch of Yorion decks. So Fire's great against that. It's also great at just icing your opponent's land so you can stick to Fairy, force through counter spells. Fire and Ice is really good in this deck. We got 2 Jaces. I've been a big fan of 1 Jace, but with the Sarah's Emissary not really having another way to shuffle back into your deck, I think you need a way to do that besides like discarding Sarah's Emissary and Emrakul to shuffle them. So I think Jace is good. We're also in a world that's slowing down, so, you know, if people are going to cast Knight of the Reliquary and I can go Jace Bounce, that seems cool, right? 1 Nahiri, it's another Planeswalker to diversify. This is kind of a Super Friends deck just as much. I feel like if you have 4 Planeswalkers, you're also Super Friends. But this can also tick up and -8 to bring in everybody's favorite piece of spaghetti. You know, so that's a 1-card combo as well. By the way, yeah, this is the main thing about this deck. It's a 1-card combo deck. That's it. Your fetch lands create the other piece of the combo, so all you need is 1 card. 1-card combos have been completely obscene in the past and needed bans pretty often. We've seen 2-card combos do the same. Splinter Twin, Pestermite, Felidar Guardian, Saheeli Rise. So if we can do 1, yeah, it doesn't kill you on the spot, but it kills you on the spot. So then we got 4 Prismatic Endings. Best removal spell out there right now. Sideboard's a little bit more experimental. A little bit mixed of what I've been seeing, a little bit mixed of what cards worked for me with Death Shadow, and a little bit of, you know, talking with Ross and getting his opinion as well. So Blossoming Calm, we deal a lot of damage to ourselves. So Burn, which still could come back in a big way. And yeah, Burn got the biggest boost from banning Lurrus because you don't have to play Lurrus in your sideboard because it was so unplayable in that deck that they just get a 15 sideboard card. So that's pretty big. But this card's great against Burn. Being able to counter something plus gain 2 life and then gain 2 life on the backswing, you counter a Boros Charm, and then you anti-Boros Charm them for 1 mana. It's insane. Then 2 Chain to the Rocks here for Murktide, other Ragavan decks and stuff like this. Our deck is kind of weak to Murktide. I mean, I guess we have Teferi to bounce it, but Prismatic Ending doesn't deal with it. Jace bounces it. So I could even see going up more on this after testing. Rest in Peace for graveyard decks. Another Sarah's Emissary for decks that it's troublesome. Let's say there's Maelstrom Pulses and Assassin's Trophies that we have to deal with. You know, being able to creativity for 2, maybe take out Emrakul, lock them down kind of thing, or creativity for 3. I don't know about this one either. This is kind of something I'm testing out. Force for combo Tron, blue decks, really good against a lot of things. Dispute for Yorion Piles, that's going to be the main thing for it. Dress Down for Saga decks. Instead of like Wear Tear, I just went with Dress Down. It seems like it's just does the same thing, except, you know, it's going to be just really good. So I was wondering why Dress Down wasn't in the deck before anyways. Veil. MVP sideboard card by far, because not only does it protect you against hand disruption, but also forces through your combo with can't be countered. You know, so a green combo deck, you know, I'm closer to 4 Veils than 3. This is the card for green combo decks. You know, like if I was playing 4-color copycat combo, I would have been like, excuse me, what? I get to play this? Like, yeah, it's just insane. So, and then Boseiju with Ren. There's a chance I want more of these for this kind of effect. Being able to bring that back is pretty disgusting. So we're going to try it out. I'm excited to play some new modern Magic. So let's game. All right, Yorion deck is something I very much wanted to test against, so this will be a good test. So they do play Ragavan, and we have 2 good answers to Ragavan, but we do have our Emrakul, which is pretty brutal. I think having our Emrakul alone is a mulligan, so I'm gonna ship this back because the rest of the cards aren't great. This hand, on the other hand, is amazing just because we have Ren. So we're going to keep, and we're going to hope that they don't have... We're going to hope that they do not have Ragavan, but I'm wondering what we put back. Prismari Command is probably pretty bad anyways. Obviously, second Ren is bad, but if they deal with it, then the second Ren is still amazing. I think it's between one of these 3. Stopping there, like, Teferi or something is a big deal, but that's really it. Otherwise, they have a lot of creatures and stuff, so we're going to get rid of that. And let's hope for no turn 1 Ragavan, please. Hooray! All right, there's our Remand. God, it's good to see that card again. It's been a while. You can't play Remand in a world where everything costs 1. So next turn, if they just hold up 2 mana for Counterspell, that's like what we really don't want to see. But then again, I mean, what do they really cast besides like Abundant Growth and stuff? I mean, that is what we want to see. All right. Okay, well, I mean, I guess they can't cast Counterspell now, so I think I go for it. Unless, are they back on the Remand train too? With having 2 Rens and only 2 lands, I think we just have to. So let's get the Teamer Triumph. There's a Teamer and a Jeskai Triumph. Almost always want to start with those. It makes your mana base a lot easier. And then I think this land is fine. Yeah, I'm still going for it. Ren. So these kind of are very similar decks. You know, very similar decks. They just play out very differently. And I've always been a big fan of playing this over this. Playing our deck over Yorion Money Piles. Just because you have a combo finish. But the combo finish isn't the catch-all be-all when they have Solitudes and stuff like that. So we'll see here. Maybe this isn't a great matchup, even though I prefer our deck in the overall field, you know? We're going to find out. All right, Quaddle, not a big deal. We can ping that down. They might go with a Teferi. We shall see. No attacks. That can't be right. That can't possibly be correct. Bold. Bold. Ice Fang Quaddle's frozen with fear from all that ice. Yeah, that cannot be correct. Okay, now they can have Counterspell, though, so now I'm much more inclined to just say go. Try to control their turn. We'll run this down. And yeah, let's say go. We got Prismari Command and a Remand here, so. Remand, Remand. Now, do I do anything to a Quaddle? Yeah, I don't think so. And we're pretty close to Dwarven Mine territory. Spreading Seas, eh? Not the biggest deal, to be honest. Okay. It does make it just an island, so that does mean we're further away from Dwarven Mines. I think that's the biggest deal. But like we said, that's not that big of a deal. So they are playing like they have Counterspell. I'd be pretty shocked if they don't. But I'm still going to do this. So we have blue, red, white. Don't necessarily need green, but we could just get Stomping Ground instead. Or anyways, I should say. So blue, red, yeah, sure. All right, blue, red, both modes at us. Prismari Command is probably the weakest card in our deck in a vacuum, but it does serve a pretty good purpose. Here's a Prismari Command. All right, both lands, I think, even though we just top decked another Wrenn. Yeah. All right, now we'll start returning. Now we surprisingly don't have much action to go with unless we wanted to go with Teferi and then almost assuredly have to back it up, which I don't really want to do right now. So I think this feels like a ice and Remand turn. We're in the driver's seat with this Wrenn. It maybe doesn't seem like it, but it really is good enough to make them blink first. And we got so many Wrenns that if they go to destroy it, we're like, yep. Glacial Fortress. Oh, is this just Bant control? Bant Yorion? That would make sense. Probably the Aspiring Spike deck. I mean, everything's new now. So, you know, you got to just blank slate and just look at Modern with an open lens now when you get paired. Like, it could be anything. They could have a bunch of Jaces. They could have, you know, Solitudes, Omnaths. Like, who knows? Okay. Let's go with a Remand. Okay. I highly doubt they have anything for 1 mana, but we'll still ice it down. Let's get blue-red, I suppose. Ice. I mean, they can easily have Force of Negation plus, you know, Solitude, all that kind of stuff. So, you know, definitely not out of the woods by any means. Okay. Sure. All right, that's too many lands. Too many lands. Okay, well, I guess we start with a Teferi. I'm just gonna draw. Alright, another Teferi is not the worst thing I've ever seen. Scolding Tarn. Still no creativity in sight. All the planeswalkers in the world to back up. We want them to start dealing with these. Yeah, these don't hit planeswalkers. That's the one big deal with March is instant speed is good, but not hitting planeswalker is a bit of a bigger deal. So we know they have Teferi. That's the only card. And, you know, that'd be pretty good. Okay. It's unfortunate. Just NBA Jam that one out there. Our disputes and our other forces are going to be good. And Veils. Yeah, we'll be bringing those in. And this is not the Ragavan Yorion version, so we won't need a bunch of prismatic endings and stuff like that. That's not too big of a deal. God, this is so sweet not having Lurrus in Modern, y'all. I'm hyped. I am hyped. Okay, drawing a card. Now all we need is creativity and the game is over, but... So let's get a Dwarven Mire to at least contain Teferi a little bit. Wow. Alright, the fourth Ren is probably not what we needed. Okay, well. Play another one. Now here is pretty good, at least. Alright. Get back a Scolding Tarn. Attack down Teferi. And then, yeah, guess we'll discard. Not great. Pretty awkward draws to start us off. Ren and 6. I told you it was the best card, but not something we need all 4 of. Unless they, like, tuck, which would make sense. They gotta do it eventually. That also makes sense. I kind of don't mind drawing that, but... yeah. At least we can deal with Teferi now, more than likely. So yeah, I don't think we mind that too much. Yep. They probably had a counter spell to fight back. Okay, now we can deal with both planeswalkers if we want, probably. For sure gotta deal with the big T. Alright, Dwarven. Hard evidence. Okay, we'll start by attacking big T. We'll definitely Ren if they Solitude or something. Okay, yeah, it's a little unfortunate, but I think we just have to. We can't fight a counter war or anything, so we don't care about this one too much quite yet. But now let's go with... I might cast a Ren to deal with this as well. But let's start with Nahiri. Nahiri! Could be at a force negation. Oh, wow. All right. I'm still going to discard a fetch land because we can get those back. All right, there it is. There it is. Now it's a question of if we care to deal with Teferi or if we want to just play Hard Evidence and sack a clue. Kind of like that better. So we don't have any instant speed anything anyways right now. So, all right, let's get a crab. And this goes up to Emrakul here pretty quick. So they got to deal with that. They'll have to deal with Ren eventually here once we get it back up. But having to tick down, you do get set back quite a bit, but that's okay. We can go get our last Dwarven Mine. Gotta expect they could have like Supreme Will now and stuff like that. Four mana. All right, there's Big T. See what they want to deal with now. Just drawing a card. All right, now it feels like Dwarven Mine, try to kill Teferi and try to find a counter spell with this clue. And then try to go for the combo. Okay. Dwarven Mine. That's good. Okay. That's also good. Okay, so we got to start by trying to kill Little T. All right, here's one for Little T. Okay. Let's get that out of there. Now, I want to draw off Nahiri. I just want to make sure I don't draw one of the creatures. That's kind of the big thing. But getting rid of one of these. Wonder if we start with Remand. Nah, we'll start with a draw. Okay. White, blue, red. Teferi. Counter spell. That's cool. Now we'll go with this. I think we just go for it. It's interesting. Yeah, I mean they still have Teferi, so that's a problem, but let's still just go like this. Okay, and now the type we want to protect. We could protect from Planeswalkers, but then we can get Solituded. Solitude is what I'm worried about the most, because that actually deals with our Emrakul for good. So I think I have to still name creature here. And of course they can shuffle away Emrakul, but then Nahiri's ready to get it. So yeah, we're going to try with this. Pro creatures, and we'll say go. They can shuffle back Spaghetti Monster, but then we can -8 Nahiri. Okay. Shuffles our whole graveyard in, and I guess now they can Teferi Nahiri. That's kind of a big deal. then we can rent it down, and then we just kind of play a fair game for a while. The only thing is we don't have our Dwarven Mines available, and we don't even have Ren mana, but that's okay. We just drew a fetch land, so first let's start with this. Let's try this. We do have to do something about this because we have to kill Teferi. So if this is counterspell, we do have to just remand it. Okay, that was awesome. All right, our Ren has some work to get back up to its glory, but that's okay. So now we have hard evidence. That gives us the 2 pieces of material we need. For creativity to try to do it all over again. Yeah, they have a lot of different types too. I wonder, how would Archon have been if I landed it there? They still would have verdicted, but they would have discarded a couple cards. We would have drew a couple of cards. Yeah, been a good give and take. I think I am still going to just crack this clue. We're not going to get the Triumph because I want to maybe cycle it. Still going to do this because we need more. That's a good one. All right, here's this. Let's go for a Nahiri. Control decks for this is usually a bit of a problem. You know, it can be tough to fight through, but okay. We knew about that, I suppose. Well, could just go for it. We are at 7. We're getting kind of low. Otherwise they get to scry. I kind of don't want them to scry, so if possible, I do want to try to go for it. So let's do it. All right, get our last duel. It's been a weird game. Weird first one. All right, let's try to creativity these. Okay. And we will say go. I use this Planeswalker, right? Yep, okay. Alright, we should be getting close to out of resources. They have Yorion, but in the Bant style, it's just blinking Quaddles and resetting Planeswalkers, so not the biggest deal. This is a Quaddle, it's a 4-turn clock. Okay. We don't really have any fetchable lands left, so we don't really care for Ren's abilities, so we're happy to just ping down. Guess blinking Abundant Growth is pretty good. Yeah, overall, so far this matchup's felt scary to me. And we're going to bring in a lot of hate from the board, but feels like I just can't punch through. I have to mostly play at sorcery speed, and yeah, it feels kind of rough. Going for face. It's a prismatic ending. Not going to be too good. Probably a card will be siding out. Alright, try to deal with that. And we'll say go. Might come down to a clock fight as well. This is where it gets really bad. Castle Vantress can really take over a game. Yeah, and we can't actually cast Emrakul in the deck, so that's a little bit unfortunate. A main phase Quaddle. Okay. Still not buying Yorion at all. We do have one more fetchable land. I think I'll leave that in hand, though, for Prismari Command or something. Bant Control, yeah. Aspiring Spike played this at the NRG and had some pretty good success with it. They do play Solitude, so we were playing around that a little bit, I guess. All right, so now we just died to a removal on the crab, unfortunately. If not, we can double Ren this too, but that will be GG. Okay, GG. Okay, well, we dealt ourselves like 15 damage, so... Alright. Okay. So, I think we want anything that counters something or protects, like Veil. Could bring in the other Sarah's Emissary, so if we name like Sorcery and Creature or something. Might be necessary. Other than that, I don't think we want a lot of stuff. Fire Ice is just okay. Prismatic Ending is probably not great. Our Planeswalkers are all fine. Probably worse if they bring in Disputes, which I don't see why they wouldn't. Prismari Command is just okay. Those can probably go. And I suppose we just keep it like this. Alright. Alright. Maybe this is a matchup where we need that extra push. Yeah, let's try that. So we're going to try to maybe Creativity for 3. And then, you know, you just name Sorcery. The problem is they have Sorcery, Creature, and Enchantment, and Planeswalker. And it's kind of a house of cards. They'll fall down. So it's not an automatic win against this style of deck. If this is a popular deck, this could be a bad choice, realistically. But of course, we're in day one. Wild, Wild West out there right now. And we get a lot of good cards that we're bringing in. But you still never want this in your opening hand, I'll tell you that. That's like the worst possible. And so is this. Oh, God. Okay, well, I guess this is fine. We have Ren and green mana. So we're going to keep. Pretty good cards all around, but... Ugh. Well, we might need another fetch land, so Ren Veil might be really good. Teferi could also be good. I'm kind of thinking of getting rid of these two, even though they're our combo. Our Teferi isn't that good unless we're protecting, and we're pretty far away from casting it. So let's get rid of that, plus this. I'm going to think Dispute might be good. Alright. This is the Spreading Seas killer, by the way. It's the best against seas. Fetch land off the top. Okay, so we'll get red. Could get red white. Or blue red to start. Yeah, let's try blue red. And we'll play a Wrenn. Then we'll say go. That Wrenn and 6 really unmulligans you pretty quick. Let's hope they don't have Prismatic Ending for it. But even if they did, at least we get all our colors and now our top decks are live kind of thing. Oh, won't be doing that. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to be like, all right, we're sick of top decking land. So we're going to, let's just get a tap land. Let's just do a Rogran Triumph. And then we'll say go. Now the question is, would we counter a Quaddle? I don't think so, since we can just shoot it down. We want to counter like the Teferis and stuff like that. Well, we're wishing we had Teferi and Creativity now, so that mulligan was pretty bad. Yep. It's dead. Okay, well, we'll ping this, and then we can just play one of these Dwarven Mines. And then we kind of hope they don't have another one, but we do have an answer to it with just the Wrenn. Feels like the early game favors us so much, but if they can get to that late game, they just destroy us. We did mulligan to 5 as well, but yeah, I wish I would have put back Dwarven Mire. Okay, that's pretty good. Veil. Brick. As far as bricks go. Not the worst. Alright, Dwarven Mine beatdown time. Okay. We're just going to go get another one. It's at least decent against pressuring Planeswalkers. And now if we top deck Creativity, we could Creativity for 3 and do the full combo if they're tapped out, or Creativity for 2 with Veil, or even Creativity for 1 with both backups. Yeah, once again, where that's fine. We can deal with it with Wrenn. We have enough land, so not too big of a deal. Teferi? Don't mind that. Got the dispute for it just in time. Before they, you know, played it on 6 mana. Kind of hope they started a fight, but they're pretty worried about our combo, so they're not... They probably have Counterspell, they just don't want to tap out for it. But we kind of wanted them to. Okay. Kill Quaddle. Our hand, I don't think we've drawn a card that isn't this one Veil since our opener. Alright, we'll play a fetch land here, probably get a Dwarven Mine, but maybe not. Yeah, I think we'd Veil in response to a Teferi. Why not? Sweet. Sweet. This match has not went our way. Okay, so we can only deal 4 to Teferi now in total. But I'm still gonna do so. Here's the other Dwarven Mine. Alright, well, we're going to attack everything at Teferi. We want to try to keep them off being able to bounce at whatever cost. Yep. Okay, so they could still bounce, so in that case, I do want to ping this. And if they're going to tick up to 3, I want my dwarves to be able to deal with it, so we got to go like this. And we're essentially all in because we have all our dwarven mines out again. Can't do anything because of Teferi. Ugh. I wonder if I should be playing more Boseiju. Something like that, having something to do with my mana, seems kind of sweet. Wow. Okay. Here they come, but I foresee a problem here. If they have Solitude, they get 2 of them. And then we basically have to rend the Solitude. Oh, God. Just everything went poorly this game. Look at our draw. Okay, that's not so bad. So now I don't think I want to ping down this. I don't want to trade Planeswalker for Planeswalker right now. Alright, we'll say go. They're a little bit of ways from Yorion. I don't even know if they remember that they have Yorion, to be honest. Uh-oh, is this Big T? Oh, there we go. Yeah, right as I say it. Right on cue. Okay. Now, hopefully we can attack this down. And then just have Dispute for Yorion. And then we're actually okay, surprisingly, after drawing heinously. Okay. The dwarves fought the good fight. Alright, let's start with Hard Evidence. It's a redraw. Okay, that was great. Blue, white here. Let's get a fetchable land. I know we have a Plains in our deck, so we'll start with that. And then we'll try to play Teferi. I will protect Teferi. Blue, white. Oh, okay, I guess I won't protect Teferi. Okay, we'll fetch this. Get a tapped land. Ooh, I should actually put this into play on tap, shouldn't I? In case I need to dispute something else. Alright, then we'll say go. Dispute on Yorion's all we got. Probably a backup Teferi, huh? Okay. Not much we can do about that. Back to the F6 train. Okay, we can at least attack it down now. Unlock it again. How about a creativity? Fire, ice, eh? Attack Teferi. We'll probably just ice down a land or something. We're just working towards a Ren ultimate right now. No matter what, we can counter Yorion. But if they have another baby T, that's what's annoying. So let's try to ice to prevent that. Ice. Okay. All these lands. Is this another baby T? Yeah, well, this one can get disputed because of our fire ice. I mean, honestly, though, because of Yorion, is there some thought that I want to use a different spell? Probably not. I just got to use dispute when I can this late in the game. They probably have a counter spell anyways. Okay. So now we're in creativity territory. We can only do it for 2, but that still would probably be enough. Okay, there we go. So let's attack, then we're definitely going for it. And we'll just name sorcery now, because that's the only uncounterable thing. Hope they don't have Dovin's Veto here, I guess. Alright, is that our last fetchable land? I believe it is. No, there's an island. Here's this. Boink, boink. Force. All right, let's see what we hit. Okay, 2 of them. So let's go with sorcery and planeswalker or creature. Let's go with creature. I think it's higher chance that they've been holding on to Solitude than holding on to a Teferi. They would have tried to play that. I know they have Yorion, so... protection from sorceries and from creatures, so no Verdict and no Solitude. And conveniently 14 damage. Okay. It's unfortunate. They can bounce 1. But we can just cast them now. Okay. I feel like they needed to bounce to not die, but we'll see. Okay. And we ate a bunch of their clock. So that was pretty good for us. All right. Prismatic Ending, or Prismari Command I might want over Remand. Just struggling to make materials and draw and discard. So might be better than Remand in these long games. Remand's pretty okay, but not amazing. Fire Ice is also not that good. I could see Remand being better than Fire Ice. Let's try that. Alright. Could bring in Boseiju as well. Maybe I should have brought in Boseiju over Fire and Ice over that last copy. Alright, they gotta play fast. Well, this is like a mulligan already. This is not a great card, and this one's good, but I'm gonna mulligan. Okay, this is fine, because we just get to shuffle away Emrakul. We got a couple Wrens, so yeah, not bad. Stack mulligans to 6, not bad, because you usually draw a creature, but it doesn't mold any farther too great. Okay, not a bad draw. We'll say go. Now, what we don't want to see is counterspell into, like, Teferi, I guess, but it's not even the biggest deal. So let's get the Teamer one. And then we'll get blue-red. Okay. Blue-red or red-white. Let's get blue-red. Doesn't really matter. Our mana problems are probably solved. All right, here's that. We'll say go. Now here's where Prismari command shines. You just get to draw all these lands and just discard them no matter what. So you just get to draw 2. Oh, hello. There's creativity. Here's that. And we'll say go. If they go to play a Quaddle here, I will definitely just command myself twice. All right. Let's get Sacred Foundry. Two modes on me. Just get rid of 2 lands. Okay. Resolves. All right, now we can Nahiri or go for creativity next turn. See what they want to do here. Oh, I let them get me? Oh, dang it. I let them get me. Oh, that was silly. All right, I think it's going to be creativity for 1, though. And I can just kill this. Or I could kill this and just play Nahiri. Nahiri's not bad. And it's a good test to see if they have a counterspell. Here's Nahiri. Alright, discard, draw. Discard the Wooded Foothills. Okay. And we'll say go. Now they have to deal with that over the course of 2 turns, and while they're distracted dealing with that, we could try to creativity. You just hit them with Planeswalkers, and it makes it tough, you know? Okay. So we're going to start by ticking up. All right. Then we're going to attack Teferi. We can take down Teferi and go from there. Okay. Now we can either just creativity for 1 or just like cycle Triumph. Kind of don't mind just cycling Triumph, have them deal with this. I guess we gotta play now as well. All right. We'll play conservatively. It's been a crazy match. Big T, okay. Yeah, probably have to tuck Nahiri. Okay, so let's start with getting a Dwarven Mine. Because now we get to kill that. We'll put this on top where we actually kind of want to draw it. So let's first tuck it and then cycle. So we get pretty close to it. Okay. Now, let's attack Big T. And now we're actually going to ping Little T, so it can't bounce. Then we're going to go like this. And I have to do this. And then creativity for 2. I couldn't creativity for 3. We'll hit these 2. Okay, so now let's hit just sorcery. And say go. Protection from Supreme Verdict. Okay. So we shuffled away Nahiri. We've got to keep that in mind. We got to keep that in Dwarven mind. Okay, let's go to attack, see what happens. I mean, if they let us attack, they get annihilated. Oh. Well, I guess we learned something today. Can't have protection from sorceries. Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right. Good to know. Guess let's get a Dwarven Mine. I kind of want to ping to Fairy. And I guess I want to cast a Preemptive Veil. Which actually, I think I get to draw a card, yeah, because they verdicted. 4, 5. Let's hit these 2 things and do it again. Let's do creature this time, I guess. Well, we learned something today. Learn something new every day. I can't believe that doesn't work. I don't get it. It's destroying it. You know, like, destroying and protection usually work the way you want it to. Guess not. Oh, whatever. They're going to time up. This was a great match. This was a great match. All right, so now they can Solitude Emrakul. Now we got to get back some white sources. They're all back in our deck now for this, though. There's Yorion to go to Solitude, but it doesn't matter because they're out of time. All right, we'll play one more match. That was a super long one, so we won't be able to play all 3, but we got one more in us. All right, everyone, our second and final match, because that long was, or that match was a long one. That long was a match, let me tell you. So, all right, we're on the draw, but this hand is perfectly fine. Can we please play against non-counter spells? My head hurts after that. But hey, I think I was overall pretty impressed with how we handled what should be very bad. They have Solitude. I mean, and we also just learned that Supreme Verdict just deals with both creatures no matter what. Like, I'm still flabbergasted by that. How do we beat Supreme Verdict with this deck? Yuck. If that's a card that sticks around, I guess we just don't have an answer to it. And I guess that is where Archon is better, because you get the value. So, I don't know. Maybe Archon, I mean, that's one in favor of Archon right there. That match. And I hate to be an Archon fan because I do like this stuff better. But, I mean, I will still play the better cards, no matter what. All right, we can just play a Triumph. We can fire down this. Hopefully they go with Dark Confidant, tap land. We do have a Force available, but probably not something we want. All right, this is good old-fashioned Jund. Well, player discards 2 cards, but not even at random. So yeah, whatever. That's fine. And now if they do that again, we really get to get them. All right, 1. Probably discard this Dwarven Mine. All right, 1, 2. Okay. That was a great draw. Now we have 2 options. If they go and play that again, we got the best fire of all time. Or we can just remand something if they play something bigger. There is some thought to just firing this now, but I want to get greedy. I think they're going to play another one. Why wouldn't you play a Skelemental leading up to this? Yeah, see? Okay. Resolves. Beginning of combat. All right. So let's get blue-red. The world's best fire about to be on the stack. Fire. Okay, I guess if they play like Liliana, I might force this. Maybe. Seasoned Pyromancer. Yeah, that would have been something I would have liked to remand as well, but what can you do? Discard the Bone Crusher. The Crusher of Bones. All right, I'm going to play this just so we can for sure Nahiri next turn, like Nahiri Exile. Force doesn't seem good in this matchup so far. Too many creatures. Probably something will be taken out. Okay. I'll take 3. And then Nahiri deals with this battlefield still, so if we can remand something or force something. Okay, nothing. Okay. Well, I guess we just get into lightning bolt range here because we don't have... Oh, wait, no, I can get Dwarven Mine. What am I talking about? Yeah, Dwarven Mine's awesome here. I was like, I don't have an untapped mountain, but yes, I do. That's the whole deck. That's the whole deck, Corey. All right, so here's a Nahiri. And I'm going to attempt to exile this Pyromancer. And then we'll say go. Now we got Force on their turn for something big. But yeah, we're dead to a lot of things. We're just dead to a Skelemental. Not dead to Oh, what the hell? End step something? Okay. Yeah, not the worst. Nahiri lives through that, so. Didn't want to put those cards back. Still in a bit of trouble. Just no Ren or anything to get it going. Ren is so good against Ignoble Hierarchs when we're on the play. Something we're very much going to be looking for next game if we do end up losing. Not looking good. I'll tell you that. All right, there goes Ragavan. So yeah, definitely going to be a Ren game. Wonder if we want Supreme Verdicts at all. That'd be all I'd be hoping for right now. Okay, we're at 5. Well, that land doesn't do us much, so I guess we'll get rid of it. Probably a little late. But we can go green, red, Ren. Okay, this isn't bad. Green, red, Ren, get Dwarven Mine. Can actually get Dwarven Mine too, so we don't have to take damage. Play it. Prismatic ending one of these 3 drops. Probably this. Get rid of that. Say go, and now we at least don't die to 1 piece of removal. We still die to a bolt if it's cast on my turn. Depending on what they do, I might actually try to trade with a token. Yeah, because if I trade with a token, these could kill these other things. No! Skelemental is going to be GG. All right, all right. This might not be as long of a match as our first one. All right, Veil does seem good, even though they didn't hand disruption us. Chain to the Rock seems pretty good. Nothing else seems good. I definitely want the Forces out of my deck. Remand seems okay on the play. Not so great on the draw. Jace doesn't feel amazing. I think I can take one of those out. Fire seems awesome. Our removal seems awesome. We got good answers to Ragavan, I'll tell you that, but that's having answers to Ragavan and the Skelemental is kind of a problem. Jace and Nahiri both scream not good against Skelemental, so we'll just get a little bit more lean, a little bit lower to the ground and just really focus on this combo. Okay, not the worst, not the best. We'll keep. We're gonna play our Triome to start for the biggest upside of us top decking Ren. Opponent has mulliganed to 5. Okay. Let's play the Teamer Triome, then we'll say go. Okay, there's Ragavan. Do have fire. I do kind of want to just fire this. And then I could go like Chain plus Remand or Teferi or something for the next time. Maybe they play Ignoble Hierarch or something. Kind of doubt it. Fire. Burn that Ragavan. I was going to say, if this is a 2-drop, this is going to be a nice Teferi target, but not that kind of 2-drop. So I will just get rid of this Dwarven Mire, take some damage, and then I think we'll just Teferi and tick up. Hope this doesn't get destroyed, but I can't picture what they would... Skelemental, I guess? Whatever. They would want to hit me, not this, so... That would be good. We'd have to discard our whole hand, basically. Okay, don't care about that. Wow, that was good. Okay, so let us bounce this. Red, green, Ren. This game's going to look a lot different, I think. They mulliganed a lot too, though, so not too much. Now, we don't have a fetch land here with Ren, so it's not that good. But it is an Ignoble Hierarch killer next turn. Ruh-roh. Okay. That's not bad for us. That could have been very bad. Alright, so we'll tick up. Untap. Let's put this on Dwarven Mine. Chain this to the rocks. And we could go Hard Evidence, but I would rather Remand, I think, in case they have another one. Awkward that we do not have another blue source here. We need a fetch land. Well, not in love with that magic card, believe it or not. So we're going to remand that one. Okay, that's good. We still need fetch lands for this. We do have Hard Evidence, so I was going to say any top deck and we could get that dead. But instead, we drew a really good one where we get to go tick up and just say go, and we can ending that Skelemental. and also play no, we can only play ending realistically if they go for that. Still not bad. Because that card's a problem. Okay. Okay. That player discards. So Veil doesn't stop this or anything. Blue. Prismatic Ending. Get that out of there. Okay. Alright, this is getting lame. I'm going to just draw, because it's a fetch land and we're just on. Okay. Well, let's go with this. Let's sacrifice this. Oh my god. This is lame. Okay, well, now we can cast nothing. I guess I could have just creativity there for 1. I was trying to maybe get a little greedy and, you know, get my creativity for 2, but that probably would have been better, huh? Okay, this is not that big of a deal. We'll just take it. We'll discard some extra creativities. I think I'll discard Veil creativity in case we get Thought Seized. Since we don't have green up. Or that. Discard another creativity. Okay. Fetch land? What a joke. Alright. No return. Then we'll say go. And I guess we can creativity for 1 at instant speed now. That's probably what we're gonna do, because they can Kroxa. Not the biggest deal. I guess I can Veil in response to Kroxa. Yeah, we'll see. Creativity for 1 is still good, because we're either going to hit Emrakul and win the game on the spot, or we'll hit the other card and it'll still be good. It's a little bit of a foul here if we Veil and then we draw a fetch land, then we just want to discard it. Same kind of thing there. But that's okay. Discard this. Now we will creativity for 1. There's Emrakul. Game's over. Go, Spaghetti Monster, go! Yay. Alright, now let's have some fun while we're here. Okay. Still cannot hit a card to save my life. But it doesn't matter. Alright. Oh yeah, we did have a Dwarven Mine. That's right. Okay, sweet, sweet. Emrakul plus Dwarves to the rescue. Alright, game 3. Okay, Skelemental is a scary card. I don't have great answers for it, you know? Lightning Bolt is like the best. Fire and Prismatic Ending is the best we got. Or Prismari Command is the best we got, but I don't think I really... I guess they did not have much actual hand disruption, did they? Yeah, maybe Veil wasn't supposed to be left in. Whoops. Alright. It's fine. Got an answer for Ragavan. For turn 1, that's kind of the main thing. And then turn 2, we can sack. Turn 3, play one of these. We'll probably just go these 2 to start. Here comes Ragavan. Here comes Ragavan. Right down Ragavan Lane. Okay. All right, Regavand's Mortal Enemy, an 0-3. That sucks. Well, I think I let this one connect. I'm gonna let this one connect. Thinking that hopefully they can't cast something. Oh, give me a fire. Ugh. Alright. We're gonna play this. We'll say go. I will block this time, especially since they're short on lands. Okay. Well. No locks. Discard 2 fetch lands. Okay, that's pretty good. Because now I really do want to sack this clue, which means I have to take some damage. Could just get a plains, but that feels pretty risky. Ugh. It's just too low of a life total to be at already. Gonna be tough to win. I could get a stomping ground and rend this down. Hope we're not just dead. Oh, it's risky, but honestly, that feels like a path to victory when they're this stuck on lands. Alright, YOLO. YOLO, lightning bolt me. We're gonna be living this game on the edge. We can crack one more fetch land for a Dwarven Mine, and we can play this Dwarven Mine. Yup. Okay, that's good. Okay. Yeah, this feels like a turn where I just want to get as many lands in my hands as possible. And Prismari command. I wonder if I want to do this now. I guess so. No, I want to save it. Because if they go land unearth, that's a way that I actually die. So, yeah, we're going to save it. Okay. Don't care about that. Guess that is annoying, but whatever. We'll just block with this. I'd be shocked if we win this game, but it's not looking awful. Yeah. Let's get rid of these fetch lands. That was not ideal, I'll tell you that. So we will ping this, and we'll Teferi back the other one, I guess. Or do we have to tick up Teferi to make sure we don't die to an unearth? I think we do. And I have to play this then. So then we can prismatic ending it. Then we'll try to draw off Teferi next turn. Okay, do we want to get Dwarven Mine and cast this? Probably not. We still run a risk of if they top deck it and we don't find anything off this. I just always have to tick up, maybe? I don't know. We're going to go for it. Creativity is what we need. Veil's probably not very good. Okay. We'll say go. This is the only turn where we're really vulnerable. Okay, thank God. Well, I don't think they run a lot of lightning bolts, I'll tell you that. Okay. Alright, there we go. GG! As long as we don't get something weird happening. Oh, what a silly game. What a silly game of Magic the Gathering. Oh, we're going to be 2-0 with our video with this creativity one. You best believe I'll be playing this deck again. Because I've been having fun. Alright, so here's this. Here's Dwarven Mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bang, bang. Instant? Here they are. Dun, dun, dun! Oh, no! I think they had unearthed. Yeah, we were dead quite a few turns. All right. Well, hey, that's what happens when you keep a one-lander, you know? I mean, we can't... No, they got pretty unlucky. But what can you do? All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really loving the directions Modern's going. This is a loose list. We're gonna try to work on it throughout the week into next week. I'm recording this on a Tuesday. Probably getting released on a Wednesday. Yeah, probably tomorrow. You know, we got plenty of decks to try out to get ready for SCG Indianapolis. And then for SCG Indianapolis, I'm going to have a sideboard guide as well as the list I'm going to be playing. That's going to be in my Patreon below. You can find a link to that. I'm also mailing some treasures, some new treasure tokens. Take a look at my Twitter. Maybe I'll throw a link for the picture of them, but they're awesome treasure tokens. So if you're playing Ragavan or Prismari Command or something, that might be something you want to get your hands on. If you subscribe during March and April at the family level or higher, I'll mail them to you if you live in the US. Pretty cool stuff. So yeah, check those out. Also like and subscribe if you like these videos. And yeah, we'll see you probably tomorrow for some more Modern action. Okay, take care, everyone.